Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest trapping video. Today we'll be showcasing some clips from the community. So the first clip sent in was from FUK Tier 5. He sent in this clip of a quad rally that he took from a bunch of maxed accounts. Actually, 3 of the accounts, I think, have both or have double 11k heroes and 150 castle stars, obviously mythic champ and tempering and stuff done. And then the 4th guy only has 140 castle stars, so he's pretty much the worst lead in the history of leads and should just delete his account because he's horrible. But no, really, he's 140 castle stars, obviously a really good lead as well, just not a maxed account like the other 3 accounts that are in the, what's it called, that's him right there, the 140 castle star guy. He is mythic champ and stuff like that. I don't think he has double 11k heroes like the maxed account guys, but pretty close. So anyways, he's going to be taking a quad rally in the first one. And again, if you guys want to submit clips and see your clips on my channel, all you got to do is add me online. My line will be in the description down below. It is Predatorxvx. Send me a message like, hey, I want to submit these clips for one of your videos. Then send me a YouTube link. Make sure it is not made for kids because I will be downloading your link off of YouTube. I'll check out the link, see if I can use it in a video. If I don't message you back, just message me again because I do miss messages because I have so many messages. Anyways, there's about a minute before the first rally is coming in, and this will be a 2-part video, by the way. FUK will be taking the quad rally, and then there will be a bunch of other rallies after that from Shamiko, who's another person. And I will leave both their YouTube channels in the description down below. Not sure if they wanted me to share them or not, but I'll do that anyways because I forgot to ask. But anyways, so he's going to be planning on porting to the Wonder just in case, just so he has a little bit of time to counter, because you do not want to get countered by a maxed account. Does not matter your might. I don't care if you're 3 billion might. You do not want to be countered by a maxed account anymore, just because they do so much damage. Obviously, our FUK Tier 5 does not have a maxed account, so he's not going to have the same stats they do, so it's going to hurt quite a bit on a counter. Even if you have good stats, you still get really hurt on a counter nowadays. It's insane, but because again, first off, the Pack 5 millers be doing quite a bit, and then the counter be doing quite a bit. So he has ported over here, so it's very surprising they have not canceled the rallies, because guess what? I think they thought he was offline, so them not canceling on a 1.1 billion might means they don't really care what's going on. They're just going to be planning, hopefully countering them and actually burning them, because that does happen nowadays. Even 1 billion might accounts are not safe from these guys anymore, just because how strong they are. So our trap here, I'm calling him trap, but not really a trap. So he's doing a good job of not getting full countered on most of these, because anyways, those full counters would hurt. So the last one's going to be a range rally, or range coming in. He's going to port away because he doesn't want them to cancel. He easily ate that one as well, and we'll take a look at the damage, and you'll see he actually didn't drop too much from that, what's called quad rally, even though he didn't heal at all. Like, most of the hits were just over 1 million damage, and again, these are maxed accounts, and we will take a look at the reports and kind of see what they sent and all that as well. Unfortunately, they actually decided to pardon right after that, so for whatever reason, they did not cancel the rallies, because I guess they thought they were going to burn him anyways based on his gear, but they ended up just pardoning at the end. They didn't use bunnies or anything like that, so it was basically an instant party, or not instant party, instant pardon after those. One of them did get their leader back. I think it was from a Helldrider, one of them popped, and one actually, I think one person popped a bunny there, but yeah, you can see only 900k from that rally there, so not very much at all. He does obviously have double Pack 5 millers, but there was not a lot of Tier 5, and it's really weird to see that little Tier 5 in a rally when you have a double 11k maxed account hitting you, because you would think their guild actually had Tier 5 in it, but for whatever reason, that was not very much Tier 5 in that. This one did 1.8, so a little bit more. This was Cav to Cav, I believe, so it's doing a little bit more damage. Pack 5 Familiar only did like 600k, which is also very surprising, because usually you'd see the Pack 5s doing a little bit more than that. This was 1.3 mil, which is not very much. I mean, from nowadays rally standpoints, it's not very much. This was infantry into his Cav. Looks like the Pack 5 did about 900k. That was double 11k hero guy as well. 150 castle star. We'll take a look at this guy. This is S8S BMW. 1.5 million damage. Not a crazy amount of damage. Thankfully, that range did not hit his cav when he was sitting in cav, so that was actually lucky. This was the 140 castle star guy, though, so he's obviously the worst rally lead in the world, only doing that much damage. 150 castle star. This guy got his leader back right away, I think. Then that was SG Malik, 150 castle stars as well. And then the last guy, let's take a look. This was Chung Young, who has, you can see he does have max tempering on some of his mythic champ pieces. So anyway, so we're moving on to our next guy. Shout out to FUK Tier 5 for sending in the clips. Thank you for that, and that way I get to showcase them. So the next person is going to be another rally trap, a little bit smaller this time at 700 mil might. So obviously not a tiny rally trap, but nowadays, yeah, whatever. Who cares about might? People just rally you. I mean, they didn't even cancel the rally on the 1.1 billion might guy when they found out he was online. So why they're not going to be they're going to be rallying anybody at this point. So this is going to be from the account. I guess it's QT Caitlin is the name, but this is Shamco, or Shamiko, whatever. Anyways, I will leave his YouTube in the description down below. You can check him out. Again, he has a YouTube channel, I believe. At least that's what he sent it from me. So, or sent the clips to me from that. I don't know if he's planning on making videos or not. So anyways, I will have to talk to him about this because I'm going to be putting both their YouTube channels in the description down below. I might have to take their YouTube channels out later if they don't want me sharing their YouTube channels. I've probably asked them before. Actually, I'm going to ask them before I put them in there. Anyway, so the first rally is going to be coming in pretty soon. This is going to be a baiting offline with no anti kind of bait. So a lot of people do that nowadays. If you're baiting a rally, all you got to do is sit in some sort of non-war gear or fake war gear, and then just don't run an anti, because they'll get your front line. Once they get your front line, they will just basically try and rally you, and you can actually sometimes bait them into sending a certain thing. So you just, sometimes you want to sit in, like, for example, you sit in infantry, have them actually test your front line. Once they test your front line, obviously, if you're an infantry, they're going to cav, and then you just switch to range and take the rally pretty easily. If they know you're doing this bait, then they'll send the opposite and try and full counter you with carpets, so watch out, that does happen, but not all the leads are that smart, and sometimes that happens. So a lot of times they'll test you right before the rally comes, just to make sure you haven't switched, and then you switch at the end. So right after that, that's when you switch, because the rally is going to come, and they're not going to do another test literally a second before, because they won't get it anyways. It is a what's called infantry rally. He did get the switch off, so right into cav, back to range, just in case they do test him again. But they will, if they do scout him, they'll see there is probably a bunch of cav in his infirmaries, and that will be probably not what they're expecting to see, because they test him in range, especially since there's no range in his infirmaries. Anyways, that was the rally lead. 135 castle stars, pretty good rally lead there, full mythic there with some mythic champ. Obviously, you know he's in line after that scout, because guess what? If you're in range, you're not going to have a bunch of cav and infantry in your infirmaries and your sanctuary and stuff like that. So it does show that he's online, obviously. But there will be another rally coming in right now. This is going to be on Shamco here. So this is going to be his, what's it called? I guess it's the same account, but I think there was already some rallies hit on him, and he didn't actually get it on video. We'll get the reports after this rally comes in, because I think they're doing a double rally here. And yeah, so anyways, he's going to port over here into the Wonder just in case. That way it gives him a little more time to actually counter. So yeah, like I said, the reports of all 4 of the rallies will be at the end of this, and we'll take a look at that. So it looks like Shamco here is getting ready here. I guess he's just going to put out the fires so he actually has a wall. That might give him an extra, let's say, or might save 1 round of attacks on his actual castle, because they'll hit the wall instead of his troops. Sometimes you can do that, especially on a double rally. Sometimes it's good to have a little bit extra so you're not losing quite as much troops, but it doesn't reduce the damage that much, but it might take away, like, let's say 1 round of attacks, and depending on how much attack that is. So it looks like they're setting what's called range here. Just going to go into infantry just to basically counter that. He's going to try and heal here, just try and basically save as many troops as possible. The other one is speeding up, but they didn't really time it really well, so there was a good break between the two, so he was able to actually heal between those as well, even by not gem healing. So let's take a look and see the damage. One did 3.6, one did 2.9. 2.9 is incredibly low for rally nowadays, if you don't know, because usually you don't see that low of damage. So 1.6 mil there. That was 72 Castle Star guy. Well, actually, this was the I think this was the, oh, this is the rallies we didn't get to see on video. He does have a sneaky 11k hero in there, if you saw that one. Yeah, sometimes the 11k hero guys try to hide it as not as their leader, makes them look a little weaker. This was 1.8 million damage. This was, looks like range into, I think it was, never mind. Yeah, anyways, this was the next rally here. This was GX1919, range there, range gear into his infantry foul, 552k reds. Not too bad. He still has quite a bit of a front line at this point. He has about 4 million, which is totally enough to take more rallies as well. So if you start getting down too low, you can't be taking double rallies. So, oh, this guy. Okay, this guy did not do very much. 561, not the strongest. Again, they both sent range, which is interesting because it makes it very easy to counter. If you're sending a double rally, never send double range or double infantry or whatever, because guess what? It's not the best way to rally someone, because it's a very easy counter, because all they got to do is switch into one foul next and just sit there and heal. If you send a double rally, always send something that's opposite, like whatever, like so just send, like, if it's gonna go range, maybe go a cav rally as well, just so they can't sit in infantry. That's basically it. They'll have to sit in range, and then they take a whatever. And anyway, so there's going to be another rally coming in here. Coalition is speeding up. This was, I think this is during KVK. He's just actually going to pour away right away and see how well he did there. 3.5, which is not too bad. Pretty expected on a rally, so he's going to throw in his ante here just so other people can't get his scout. It was a bunny rally. It happens a lot. Like, a lot of rallies nowadays, you're almost expecting the person to rally you with a bunny. A lot of times they won't even go, they'll go in blind and just rally you, no matter what your comp is. If you're running an anti, a lot of times you will get a bunny. If you're not running an anti, sometimes you won't get a bunny, but unless they expect you to be online, because that happens. So decent amount of tier 5 in this rally, 750k. Wasn't really the biggest rally or anything like that. Wasn't a maxed account or anything. No 11k heroes, unlike that previous one where there was a little bit of a sneaky 11k hero here. So apparently they did try to test his front line, but they had no idea what they were doing. The first one is obviously just the siege, the break the wall. Then they sent in another tester, which was a full infantry blast with Pack 5 familiars. So the problem with sending Pack 5 familiars on a tester march is it starts hitting random squads, so it's really hard to tell what you're actually hitting at that point, because even if they're not running anti, you're gonna look at their infirmaries and be like, there's range and infantry in this one, and there's cav and infantry in that one, and then there's like range and cav in this one. Like, what is going on? What am I hitting? It's because the Pack 5 familiars start hitting random squads, especially if your squads are very close to even and you really don't know what you're hitting. So don't test people with Pack 5 familiars in your test march. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory because the Pack 5 familiars start hitting the biggest squads and it starts messing up all the numbers, especially when you're trying to scout them and see what's in their infirmaries. And now we have 2 different troop types. You're like, I don't know what the heck's in his infirmaries, but anyways. Beside the point. Anyways, shout out to Shemco and FUK Tier 5 for sending in the clips today. And again, if you guys have any clips you want to submit, just let me, or add me online, send me the video, and basically I'll try to make a video as soon as possible for that. I do have a bunch of people already saved up, and depending on how the videos go together, because it doesn't have to be a super long video, you just have a couple clips, that's totally fine. I will mix it with another video so it's a longer video, but I do have to kind of try to make the videos similar to what they are, so they're not all over the place. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.